week of central banks continues. Nigeria now, bond that was auctioned just yesterday, 1.1 trillion or so. There it is on the Bloomberg terminal, about 728 million, due March 20, sold at a discount of 97, yield of 21 to settle 2027. Yeah, that's correct. As far as that was sold, we think it's for offshore investors, possibly. As far as that bond is concerned, there, just getting that news coming in. Also, the central bank has said it's cleared all valid foreign exchange backlogs, a key pledge made by Central Bank Governor Mr. Olayemi Cardozo. And of course, we're getting an MPC meeting next week, 25th and the 26th. The Naira has appreciated about 14, let's get the chart up there, about 1,492 on the official market. Yeah, we looked at it over the last 11 days, movement in the Naira there. And also Access Bank acquiring National Bank of Kenya from KCB Group. It looks like Access Bank is still expanding its footprint across the African continent. And everything I've said has possibly been predicted already by our next guest, who has discussed these matters robustly. Arise Business Analyst Chika Mbonu is with us. Chika, good morning.
Hi, Rutus, how are you today?
Fine, sir. You're very, very welcome. I don't know where you want to begin because this is just a big week.
Okay, let me just drop Access Bank quickly.
Okay.
And the beat goes on, That's all I can say.
Every Access Bank, you've analyzed every Access Bank acquisition outside Africa, outside Nigeria.
And the beat goes on. And the bigger picture is that, remember, Access Bank vision to be African number one gateway to the world, and was pushing that the bulldozer aggressively, and before his demise, and a lot of people got worried and said, what will happen with his death? Of course, there were transactions in pipeline, and the beautiful thing was how do you push those to the conclusion? You could see that. Kenya, this acquisition from KCB of Kenya National Bank is come through quickly, and it just tells you again that Access Bank has strong pipeline of succession, and then there's a structure in place for doing these things, which those who were close to Mr. Herbert or Dr. Herbert knew. He used to always. When we threw to him, I said, how are you able to push Kenya, push Zambia, push Uganda? He said, Chika, we already mastered this thing. We have a team, and I guess that team is just alive and well, working together as a team. Under Ig Mokhede, the group, the holding chairman now, who's come to steady the ship, to help steady the ship and provide leadership and the council required to push the bank to the next level. So congratulations Access Bank, and I'm sure they're moving towards more. I'm sure that we'll hear more on this. The thing about this is, before I move on, is just like coming to Nigeria and acquiring the top 10 banks in Nigeria, maybe control about maybe 80% to 85% of the business. So if you come here and then acquire any bank outside the top 10, like top 15, 12, 20, you're just playing like, the reserve team, third or fourth 11. So to be relevant in the country, you need to, get some muscle. And then you also know that GT Bank tried to do one, but for some reason it didn't succeed. It's all in that line, trying to acquire the muscle to be relevant. Enter the country, get to understand the country, and then start, becoming bigger by gobbling up existing banks. That's the strategy, and I'm happy that this has gone through for them. All
right. So I guess on our own parts here, the Naira, the backlog clearance.
I mean that has been the story for some time now. Mr. Cardoso made a commitment. The president made a commitment that gave reassurance several times that that's going to be done. They got Deloitte to look through the books, and then using their set criteria, they found, I think, up to $2.2 or $2.3 billion. We are now qualifying bids or qualifying requests. Those they junked, and then focused on the real ones, and declared it down to 1.5 billion, and now we're told that all has been cleared. A major stumbling block, to the stability of the foreign exchange market has been that not clearing on that backlog.
Yeah.
Everybody has used that as an example, an excuse for not bringing a new dollar into the market.
Right.
So that has been done now. So bravo and congratulations to the Mr. Cardoso.
Yeah.
He's kept his word, and then you can see immediately he's pushing up the supply. Remember we talked about supply.
Right, yes,
that
yes.
supply.
Indeed.
So through a known route which we have known for some time, which is the foreign portfolio investors issuing Nigerian bond treasury bills, 1 year tenure, I think, very, very fantastic yield, 21%.
Yeah, indeed.
Now, if you look at the overseas, inflation is coming in now, so that rates are also, tanking. So if you can get 5-6% in marks in the Western world, and then you're offering 21% here, and you're sure that your investment will be repatriated on maturity, you come running to Nigeria. Not surprising that you almost raised $1 billion from this route.
Yeah.
So again, you saw that creation to reserves. For the first time in about 8 months, our reserves have inched up and providing some confidence all through.
Yeah.
And so we hope that people like the international airlines, who are still holding up the expensive, the cheaper air tickets, and refuse to open those book to Nigerians, we hope they will do that now, knowing that, as they say, the Naira tickets, they can repatriate them out immediately. And so that's that. So we commend the CBN governor for that and his team for doing that, and then we hope that the same urgency and consistency in the supply market will also happen.
Yeah.
We also know that a lot of money has come in through the diaspora remittances, because of, again, eliminating the encumbrances that existed in people getting the fair market rate for their hard-fought dollar. Hard-earned dollar from abroad. So that's happening. So supply is a major issue. And again, we go back to our major supply, which is our oil source, and we hope that the government is working very hard. Sometimes there's this cacophony, there's this confusion between what OPEC says we will produce
and then what
we say. Last time I think we said 1.6 million barrels, and then the OPEC said it's 1.3 or even 1.2 million barrels. So I guess, let's know who to believe, and we hope that they ramp up production, and then that's our major source of FX. These foreign portfolio investors give us some semblance of stability, but our God's gift to us, which is oil, let's also maximize that and then remove the impediments to the producers there and make sure that everything stabilizes.
Do you think this can be maintained going forward, as far as firepower for the CBN is?
I mean, that's why I focused on there's a limit to which you can issue bills, treasury bills, or bonds for the foreign portfolio investors. It's not for eternity. No matter how attractive it is, because it's carrying costs. Remember,
Indeed.
It's carrying expensive costs at 21% yield. So that's expensive for the balance sheet and profit and loss of the country. So that gives us some semblance of stability, but that's why I said we need to immediately use that opportunity to work on God's gift to us, which is our oil sources. Again, focus on non-oil exports and remove the impediments. Continue to incentivize those diaspora remittances to continue to come fluent into our country, and that's what has worked for us in the past. There's nothing to reinvent the wheel. I mean, we saw what Egypt is doing. Egypt sold some of their land,
indeed,
to the broader countries to be able to get in money to stabilize its currency. I'm not sure we have land to sell here, but even though a lot of us have preached, there are a lot of non-earning assets. And the last time, I think PwC did a report that showed, trillions and trillions of non-earning assets wasting away in the country, which actually should be sold to earn money, dollars for our country, like Egypt has done. But I mean, you can see how drastic decision Egypt took. The same can be done here also. Especially these assets are wasting. If you go to some of these places, a lot of that, real estate are wasting, run down. Nobody's working on them. So people are saying that those assets can be, sold. A lot of what also, people have thought about LNG, for example. while holding that stock. NNPC, there's a report about NNPC going to the market.
Yeah.
You know, interestingly, the MD of NNPC has made a lot of promises. He told us last time that the refinery will open in 2 weeks, end of this month. So we're just waiting for to start buying the petrol that's produced from that refinery. Now he's giving a commitment again that is in sight. The floating of the IPO of NNPC is in sight.
Yes.
So hope that also happens, you know, and that will be another route to earning foreign currency for our country.
All right, we'll see how things work out. Arise Business Analyst Chika Mbonu, thank you so much.
Thank you.